What's up, everybody? Good morning. Welcome to a Friday edition of Morning Scone presented by Brock, Batters Orthopedic Clinic, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Do business with someone you know. Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. By the way, Terrio and I have committed to doing what we're calling Hudco Shorts. So if you would, so the idea is quick, 3-minute videos daily with like some sports content. So yesterday, and we're posting them organically to the Hudco social media, so Hudco Facebook, Hudco Instagram. So would highly recommend you follow Hudco on Instagram or like the Hudco Facebook page. Like yesterday, 2 days ago, we talked about Josh Pearson, him coming on, and then yesterday we talked about Blake Money, and Terrio actually kind of made a case for why I thought Blake Money might be tipping his pitches. So it was interesting. So if you want to check that out, it'll be daily on the Hudco social media. So follow us on Facebook and Instagram. All right. LSU-Bama series starts today in Tuscaloosa. The Crimson Tide. Boy, they started off conference schedule on fire, and now they are going to struggle just to make a regional. Bama was swept last weekend by South Carolina, so that sweep Bama to 9-12. They were 9-9. They were 500. They got swept, so they go 9-12. And South Carolina was 6-12 and swept Alabama. So, man, after a nice start in conference play, they have really hit the skids here of late. So probably a pretty desperate team you're going to face this weekend, but LSU's better and should win this series. So good opportunity to take this one tonight with McHale on the bump. As good a season as he's had. So oddly, Bama's only won twice on Fridays or in openers in league play. And oddly, their 2 wins one was against Ole Miss, and Ole Miss was top 10 at the time. The other was Tennessee. They beat Tennessee in the opener on Friday and then lost the next 2. Then they lost 2-3 to Georgia, and then last week they were swept by South Carolina. So they're 2-7 in their last 9. So, all right, let's say some good morning. See what y'all got. You know the drill. Fire away. Brian Broom, Truax, good morning. Megan Hurst, Kelly Gross, Stephen Fry, Danny Landry, Quentin Breakbill. Good morning, good morning. David Tolson, Jason Horn, good morning, y'all. Good morning, good morning. Joey Vincent, what's up, man? Good morning. Shane O'Mac. Added a little honey in my coffee this morning. Doctor Strange 2 this weekend. Happy Friday, y'all. What is Doctor Strange? What is Doctor Strange? Oh, it's a movie. Oh, it's like it's a Marvel movie. Yeah. I was never so much into that. I don't know what Doctor Strange is. Enjoy, though. Trivia, good morning. Larry Garner, Jonathan Martin, Brett Dagro, morning Scone. Went to Buffalo Trace yesterday. Churchill Downs for the Oaks today. Derby tomorrow. Pull the Tigers through for the sweep. Man, I want to do that for sure. I would love to do Derby weekend up there. That's definitely a bucket list question, or a bucket list item, I should say. Don't know anything about horse racing, don't really care, but I would love to go to Churchill Downs. And I've been to Churchill Downs, but not for the Derby. Just in Lexington, just been to Churchill Downs. There were no races or anything that day, but anyway. Jackson Carney Matt, listening to Billy Embody yesterday, can't help but be concerned about using phrases like realistic targets who are fairly good. If this 2023 class is underwhelming, that's a big red flag. I would agree with you, Jackson, but let's not get over our skis here. It's still LSU, and you still are going to sign 25 really good players. I think that my takeaway was so a couple things. Number one, it's really hard to try to put together a class when you don't know what the NCAA is going to do with the roster, with the signing class. It's like if they lift signing class restrictions, well, then it's Katie bar the door. So the thing that Billy said in that interview was, Brian Kelly and his squad want to take commitments from guys that are going to be committed. Like, he doesn't want the take your commitment and then have you decommit, and they would just rather you not commit unless you're committed. So, and I think I'm cool with that. And the example Billy gave was a few years ago when you had Rakeem Jarrett and all these guys committed early and none of them signed. So it doesn't do you any good to have all these guys committed if they're not going to end up on your team. So yeah, I mean, I think you probably have guys that'll still like to wait and learn more about this coaching staff and what their plan is, and especially in-state guys who are in-state, high school coaches who are just getting to know the staff. So I don't worry so much about it, man. I think this first class will be a really good one. We're all still learning his different ways about it, Cliff Nelson, good morning, Team Drew. Devin Kelly, good morning. Been up since the crack of dawn. Ask you a question. Will we ever see Adam Miller in a Tiger jersey? We have seen him in a Tiger jersey. He wore his jersey on the bench a few times this last year. Devin, I'll put it to you this way. The longer it goes without him finding a landing spot, the more likely it is, obviously, that he comes back. One of the things Matt McMahon mentioned in that article with The Advocate, the interview with The Advocate a few weeks ago, was how guys in the transfer portal can still work out. So if you're Adam Miller, you're in the transfer portal, but you're still enrolled at LSU for the spring semester, you're still working out at the facility, still running around, getting up shots, you're still around the coaching staff. You're around, you're getting to know them, they're getting to know you. And the longer it goes, the longer you have to build that relationship, the better chance it is he comes back. If you get Adam Miller back, for those who don't remember, Adam Miller's the transfer from Illinois who didn't play this year, tore his ACL. That is a two-guard that is instant offense. He will be your leading scorer. He was going to be this team's leading scorer. And when you started to have injuries, it was very clear that's what you were missing. But if you get Adam Miller back and you have Justice Hill as your point guard, Adam Miller is your two, Amwani is the three, who's a 3-and-D guy. KJ Williams, we played it on the block. It's the Ohio Valley Player of the Year that they just got committed yesterday. He was a freaking 6'10", 230-pound, fifth-year senior who's, phenomenal post player. And you have one more spot. Give me some length out on the floor. It's pretty good, man. That's a good starting five. Now, I'm not sitting there telling you you're going to compete for the SEC or anything, but you're actually going to be a good basketball team, as opposed to a team that I thought would look maybe like Will Wade's first team that you kind of had to throw and throw a roster together to try to, excuse me, and just to be sort of competitive. Anyway. Right. Y'all smash that like button on YouTube, Facebook, like the page, share the post, like the page, share the post. Where do we leave off? Chuck Sanchez. What's up, Chuck? Get it? Up, Chuck? Glenn Laurie, do you think Landry signs with the Saints? So, Glenn, I did see one report on Twitter last night that they've re-engaged in talks. I would love it if he did, obviously. I don't think it makes sense. Unless if Jarvis just can't get a better deal somewhere else. But you've got Michael Thomas back healthy. You drafted Chris Olave. Does Jarvis want to come here and be a number 3? I mean, don't get me wrong. You had Jarvis Landry to this offense, and now Jameis has all them toys in that toy box. Come on. But that's not even accounting for the fact that Kamara's going to catch 80 balls. So I just don't think – I think Jarvis could find a spot where he will be better utilized than in New Orleans. But if he wants to come on down, bro, come on down. I mean, I'd be all for it. Hey, Dad, good morning. Ryan Amanda Guidry, good morning. Brian Wynn. Matt, if you had to guess, what sanctions do you think NCAA will pose in LSU basketball? Yeah, I mean, I've been asked that a bunch, Brian. I just keep going back to the same thing they did to Oklahoma State. I mean, Oklahoma State was punished in the same FBI investigation thing, and they got 1 year postseason ban, scholarship reductions, and 3 years of probation. I mean, that's got to be the baseline, right? Courtney Storer, excited over the transfer from Murray State. Yeah, the most recent is Williams, but all 3 of them. I mean, Justice Hill is going to be your starting point guard. KJ Williams will be your starting 4. And then we'll see about Trey Hannibal, Trey Hannibal started his career at South Carolina and then transferred to Murray State. So because this is his second transfer, he is not immediately eligible. So he would have to get a waiver or something to be immediately eligible. But yeah, roster's coming together. Amy Hyde, good morning. Danny Landry, your thoughts on... Oh, I read that as Sony. Sorry, it must be Sony. Sony Michel. I would love it if they signed Sony Michel. I don't know what Sony Michel would garner on the open market. But yes, we've talked about how they need a running back. I thought they would draft one. They didn't. They signed Abram Smith as an undrafted free agent out of Baylor. But, man, yeah. If Sony Michel's available as a nice compliment to Kamara, yes. Because I don't think Ingram has much left in the tank. And you need another option. Clifton Elson Gallagher. Jesse Post, good morning. Brady Smith, morning. Catching you live for the first time in weeks. Thanks for being here, Brady. How's the new basketball coach having so much success in recruiting with the looming sanctions? Yeah, well, some of it obviously has to do with guys that he had playing with him at Murray State, right? So that relationship's there. Some of these guys coming in are guys that weren't, like Derek Fountain from Mississippi State. Derek Fountain wasn't a guy. He was on Mississippi State's roster, but he wasn't playing. Cam Hayes had lost his starting job at NC State. So guys that are coming here for a better opportunity, that's part of it. The bigger surprise is you get a guy like Ward, who's a 5-star. That's where you go, that's interesting. And I think it's naive if you didn't acknowledge that NIL probably had something to do with it. I don't know what, don't know who, all that stuff, but for stuff like that, it matters. But off to a good start, man, for sure. Wendell Norman, good morning. Brett Dagro, Oliveira Gaethje, who you got? Oliveira. Armstrong grappling, Hilliard game 1, Dutton game 2, Taylor game 3, money come out of the pen. Yeah, they're not going to do that, Armstrong. Dutton's going to... What you're doing on Sunday with Dutton Taylor is working just fine. You're more likely to see Jacob Hasty get the ball in game 2, or Bryce Collins get the ball in game 2, and see how deep they can get you, and then hand it off to maybe a Blake Money. You basically recreate what you're doing on Sunday with Dutton Taylor on Saturday with someone else in Money. I think Hasty or Collins is probably the most likely. But they're not going to move Dutton off of game 3. It's working fine. Like, there's no reason to. Tom Milliken, Matt, do you think there should be windows for the portal for football, like one after spring, one after regular season, where it isn't open year-round? No. Sean Comiskey, did your costume get returned? I don't know. Epic Scone and Tea Wednesday. Is Will Lutz healthy and ready to roll? Will Lutz is healthy and ready to roll. And I don't know if the trivia, help us out there. Oh, you got it. Okay, good. Sorry for those watching on Facebook. Someone's spamming the chat on YouTube. So trivia is the mod, so he moderator. So he blocked the comments. Tracy Poole, what's up? Troy Abear, Matt, can you explain RPI and how it's calculated? Well, all right. Here you go. The RPI is calculated by using 3 factors: the team's winning percentage, the opponent's winning percentage, and the opponent's winning percentage. So it's a combination of strength of schedule and strength of record, if that makes sense. Hunter Fournette, what's going on? Money needs to get his swagger back. You'll go check out. So Terrio and I did a video yesterday. If you weren't here as we started the show today, Terrio and I did a video yesterday, and he suggested that maybe Money was tipping his pitches. He's like, if velocity was dipping, or if he was just getting too much of the plate, this or that, you could understand guy get. But he's like, it's like dudes know it's coming. They're not even fouling it off. They're swinging out of their shoes on the fastball. They're hitting homers on him. It was an interesting take. I mean, maybe he is. Maybe he is tipping pitches. I don't know. Cliff Nelson, how is Olave number 2 over Jarvis, making him a number 3? Doesn't seem like a rookie, no matter how good, would be a better option than a veteran all-pro like Jarvis. Because Cliff, and this is the point I made about Jarvis all along, Jarvis and Michael Thomas are the same guy. Michael Thomas is bigger, but they're the same guy. They play the same position. They have the same skill set. They're not a blow the top off the defense guy. They're really good inside of 15 yards with a great catch radius, good hands. You throw it near them, they're going to haul it in. I mean, they're the same guy. So what you need is a stretch the defense guy, which you haven't had, which is why Olave was so important, or getting that receiver in this offense was so important. So call it whatever you want, a 1, a 2, a 3. My point is those targets inside of 15 yards are going to go to Michael Thomas primarily. And then you'd look for Olave as your deep threat. So, and you've got Kamara as a safety valve. So call it a 1, a 2, a 3, however you want to phrase it, or let number, whatever. Like, I mean, I could see my point is, if you're Jarvis and you're looking for targets, right? It's not going to come here. Think about in Cleveland, Jarvis and Odell worked well together because Odell was the stretch the field game breaker and Jarvis was the underneath guy. It worked there. It was the two of them with their skill sets. But Michael Thomas is that guy in this offense. So anyway. Honey Badger jersey sales broke the NFL website. Maybe Jarvis wants the same thing. I love Jarvis. I don't know if it would go that same way, but as Honey Badgers breaking the website, but that was funny. Kirk, what's up? Didn't realize Bama's pitching was that bad. Yes, they've had injuries and it just hadn't materialized, man. You know, you've definitely have a chance this weekend to go win a road series. You probably should win this road series, so go do it. Okay. Just about gonna do it for us, y'all. Thanks so much for watching. As always, brought to you by Brock, the Baton Rouge Orthopedic Clinic, eating orthopedist. Go to Brock, eat roof, call Hudco. I have the, we haven't done this in a while. I need to get back into the, I don't know who it was that was requesting it every day. But we haven't had the hustle request, so let's do it. Let's pep this thing up on a Friday.
When you need a roof, call someone you know. Scone, Ontario.
All you need is Hudco.
Call Hudco Roofing. 364-1007.
All right, Hudco Roofing, HudcoRoofing.com. Michael Cook, appreciate you. Y'all, a lot of, forgot what I was going to say. Anyway, HudcoRoofing.com. We got it pinned, the website pinned in the chat, both Facebook and YouTube. Do me a solid, click that link, go to the contact form, fill out a little bit of information. Let us come do a free, no obligation roofing inspection. That's really free. That's just how the process starts. You don't even have to be home. Someone comes to your house, they'll walk your roof, chalk it, look for hail damage, wind damage, whatever might be up there. If you need to, we'll file an insurance claim and we will meet your insurance adjuster. Do not do that on your own. Too many times insurance adjusters will come out and they'll just deny a claim, because homeowners don't know what they're looking for, what questions asked. Let one of our field inspectors go meet your adjuster. Okay. Appreciate y'all for being here. Sean Comiskey was a post on Facebook. Y'all meet the adjuster. Absolutely will meet the adjuster. 100%. You file a claim. No, you file a claim. You file a claim. When you do, the insurance company will send an adjuster to your house. As the homeowner, they will tell you when the adjuster is coming. So we will have someone there to meet the adjuster, to walk the roof with the adjuster, and to make sure that things aren't overlooked and get your claim approved. So yes. And if need to, we could supplement a claim. There's so many ways to get that done, but as a homeowner, you don't have the resources or the knowledge to do it. So that's what people on our staff do all day, every day. So yes. We will meet the adjuster. Yes, always. All right. I gotta go. It's 8 o'clock. Gotta get Drew to school. Thanks for watching. Peace. Y'all have an awesome day. See ya.